Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, we will be discussing the EB-5 program, what it entails, what does it mean, the process. I will be also discussing the proper venues for EB-5, the active, the passive investment, and basically how you can assess the risk of your investment for the purpose of EB-5 program. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case for EB-5. Let's go. All right, so it is very important to understand everything that EB-5 program entails. Because if you don't, you can first of all make the mistakes, and second of all, you can ultimately fail participating in this program. And because it entails a big budget, a huge capital that needs to be invested, you don't want to take those risks, you don't want to make those mistakes. Why EB-5 program exists? Back in 1991, the US Congress adopted the new EB-5 program, which provided for an investment opportunities for the foreign investors who wanted to invest a big capital to the US economy and create 10 jobs. Okay, so this is basically the bottom line of this program: investing a big capital to the US and creating 10 jobs. Moving on from 1991, the program evolved and different types popped up, and we're going to be discussing today the active and passive investment. And of course, because the 10 jobs is basically the core of this program, you need to understand how those jobs need to be created. Also, the important criterion in this program is the proof of your funds. That $800,000 or $1,050,000 that you invest in the US economy in a regional center with a passive investment, or in your own enterprise, in your own business with the active investment, the money that's coming in needs to be proven to be clean. Okay, so what does it mean? We need to get to the origin of that money. And the origin of the money could be your salary, your dividends from the business, the credit from the bank that either has no collateral, or if it does have collateral, the explanation how you purchased that collateral before, your inheritance, and also the loan from the business. So basically, these are the 5 bottom line means to prove that your money is clean. And of course, it could be a lot going on in those means, right? It could be purchasing of assets, the selling them, the credits from the bank, the private credits, the loans, the mortgages, the sale of assets, the purchase of assets. So, but we need to trace all that to the origin of those funds. As long as we know that there is the origin and it's clean and clear, and you pay the taxes on that, and in the future transactions, you should be good. So, origin of funds, paying taxes, and transactions. Okay, we need to see the movement of that money from the origin to the EB-5 program. Second, you need to understand what's the difference between active investment and passive investment. And this is very crucial. Choosing one or the other is going to shape your future. If you're choosing the active investment in EB-5 program, that means that you need to create a new company in the States, have a business plan how you're going to scale this company, and clear understanding how you're going to be creating the 10 jobs in this company minimum. And of course, we need to show that the money is in the company and you made some commitment to that money. Maybe you rented an office, maybe you hired some employees, maybe you purchased the equipment, whatever that is. A little bit of a commitment. Not like in E2 visa, when we need to show that we spent 60 to 70 to 80% of the investment. Here we can spend 5 to 10%, like to show the commitment. And of course, you are going to be fully responsible for controlling and directing this company and creating 10 jobs within the 2 years after the approval of your initial petition. Very important, right? So you file the petition with all this created, with the company, with the money, the origin of funds, and the business plan. Then you get approved, and we'll talk more about how long it's going to take to approve your petition. And you will have 2 years to implement your business plan. All right? So this is the active investment. The passive investment is completely different. First of all, more likely than not, the investment is going to be $800,000 as opposed to $1,050,000 for the active investment. But it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you are giving that money to the regional center, and the regional center is the company in the US that has the accreditation and license from the US government to accept that money in exchange for the green card. Okay? There are more than 600 regional centers as of right now in the US. You need to be very careful in choosing the right one. So basically, you're giving your money to a regional center, and they direct and control your money, and they are responsible for creating the 10 jobs that need to happen in this program. And also, there is another very important thing. The money that you give to the regional center is refundable. If everything goes well, your money will come back to you in about 5 to 7 years from the time of the investment. Okay? So this is important to understand. And basically, this is not an investment. This is a loan to an American company who is going to create the jobs. The main difference between passive investment and active investment is your involvement in controlling and directing the money and creating the jobs. Who controls and directs the money, and who creates those jobs? Now, what's the timeline from the time of filing your petition to the time when you get approval for your green card? And there is no clear answer to this because the program is still evolving, and some projects have an expedited processing, meaning that they are being adjudicated faster than others. And also in 2023, we must get the premium processing for EB-5 petitions that could be anywhere from 6 to 9 months, right? So we may get it in 2023. So it's hard to predict how fast you will be approved if you file now. But there is a range, and the range is between 18 months to 48 months. You have to be ready to wait from a year and a half up to 4 years. If you're not ready to risk and wait 4 years, maybe this program is not for you. One thing you need to know that if you are in the United States, when you file for your I-526, your initial petition for EB-5 program, you can ask the US government to stay in the US while your petition is pending and request the work permit, so you will be able to work, and so-called advance parole, the right to travel while your petition is pending. You will get your work permit in about 4 months after you filed, and your advance parole probably in a year. A year, 15 months, maybe 18 months. So basically, if you're filing from the United States of America, you can start working in 4 months, either in your project, if it's an active investment, and get a good start before your petition is approved, or you can do anything else. Start your business, do nothing, go to school, go to Aventura Mall, go to the Sunny Isles Beach, and just enjoy life, okay? Depending in which program you participate. Now, another important concept in EB-5 program, assessment of the risk. Any investment is a risky environment, and you are probably a businessman or investor or someone who understands economy and finance. So you know that putting money in something has risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward ratio. And of course, it differs when you consider the passive investment and active investment. And I believe, although you are in the full control of your money for active investment, that is a riskier path. That's reflected in the industry. About 90% of all petitions filed under EB-5 program are under passive investment. Okay? Only 10% are for the active investment. And that's understandable because you may know what you want to do, you may have a business plan, but you have no control of the economy in the US. You have no control of the black swans like COVID or war or some natural disaster, right? So something may happen, something unforeseeable, something unpredictable, or just the general dynamics of the market may change and you may not be able to create 10 jobs. It doesn't mean you won't be able, but you need to incorporate those risks for your business. And because your business is a smaller business, you have less tools and instruments to use to save the business. As opposed to the passive investment where the regional center and other developers who has more money, more financial tools, more leverage with the banks and a better financial structure, they may go through those things with a better chance of survival. How do you assess the active investment for your business? Well, there is a lot of things to take into consideration. The location, the type of business, is it a service business, is it a goods business, your competition, the overall state of the economy, how you're going to market your company, how you're going to do the PR for your company, and things like that. And of course, you're the master of your investment, so you need to carefully analyze all those things. When we talk about the regional center, this is a completely different analysis because the most important thing to analyze, I use the 10-step analysis for each regional center, but the most important thing is the structure of their finance for the project. The better and solid structure has less risk. So what does it mean? If the regional center does not solely rely on EB-5 investment, it's a better project. If this project is fully financed and they only substitute the bank credit or other lenders for EB-5 investment, this is a better project. If the developer itself put its skin in the game, in other words, put his investment in the project, this is a better project because no developer wants to lose millions on this particular project. Also, other factors play a significant role. For example, how long this regional center has been in the business. Because it's not that they pop up and they disappear. No, regional centers have sometimes 10, 15, 20 projects in the past. So we need to analyze how did those projects perform? What was the result? How many people got the green cards? How many people got the refunds on the money? This is the reliability of a particular regional center. And of course, when you hire us, we do all the due diligence for you for this or that particular regional center. We give you the options to see the presentations for this or that regional center, and each of them could have from 1 up to 5 projects at the same time, and then come and go, they come and go. So we're constantly in touch with those regional centers that we work with, and we check each project separately. There is much more to talk about, but at least if you understand these 4 or 5 principles, these 4 or 5 concepts, you will be well equipped to participate in this program. If you want to know if your case is good or bad for EB-5 program, if you want to get a free evaluation of your case, this is what I need you to do. You go down below this video in the description, you find the link that's gonna say free evaluation of EB-5 program. You click on it and you fill out the questionnaire that I prepared for you. Smash the like button if you like my content, subscribe to my YouTube channel, also subscribe to my Instagram and my TikTok. We I post exclusive content for each platform. And also, don't forget to ask the questions and comment my videos. This is highly appreciated. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.